What it do, people? Good morning to everybody. What, bruh? I have no idea. Yesterday it was a mug. Today you're in your bathrobe.
It ain't a road.
What
I know you can't see it. It's Purple Friday.
is Purple Friday? That fits actually today. That fits today. So you want to tell us what you're doing, bruh? Are you Purple Friday in honor of the Ravens? Is that what we're doing?
This is my Ravens blanket. This is
Look,
a Ravens blanket. A
see,
lady
they
some
gonna come
years
for
ago.
you already. Look at what Ron Handy says.
See that?
I see it. I'm just wondering whether or not you see what Ron Handy just posted.
No, I ain't see what he say. What he
Look,
say?
look, look at what he says.
Hey, bro, I've said this and this is hilarious, bro. Prince is the only man that could wear 6-inch pumps and ain't nobody questioning his manhood.
Nobody questioned Prince. Nobody questioned him.
None.
Uh,
Ruffle shirts and everything. And ain't nobody questioning it. So
oh
I figured
man.
I'd make you laugh this morning by wearing having the blanket on.
Bro, you got a whole blanket on. Every day there seems to be something different with you that's going on. You need an
But
evaluation. You like I got some folks in the area. If you need an evaluation, if you need somebody to come by and check on you, welfare check, then we're absolutely willing to do that. Good morning, everybody. The shenanigans have begun.
yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
shenanigans have begun. My co-host, my brother, has shown up with a blanket on, a purple blanket, but a blanket. That is at least movement from yesterday's pink. Yesterday was Pink Thursday, pinky up Thursday. Today is what is it? Friday,
It's
Purple Friday.
Purple Friday, bruh.
Purple,
Don't y'all know?
it's
Y'all
purple.
don't know?
It's,
Yes,
it's,
sir. The bank will be open tomorrow at 4:30.
the bank will be open tomorrow at 4:30. Is that the time that y'all play?
Yeah. They actually play the first game tomorrow.
The
So
first game tomorrow, and that is against who?
the Texans. Yep. Yep.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, that's gonna be, bruh. Let me tell you, those two young boys right there. I don't know if you've seen any of the reels of CJ Stroud, but that young brother
Oh,
is
I've been
on a
watching him play. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. I've been
no,
watching
but
him play.
he is unashamedly a man of God. He and
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
I saw this
yeah.
reel this morning of his you know how they interview the guys when they once they get drafted on draft day.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, they asked him, what are the Texans getting? This is with this young brother, and I don't know how old he was, what, a year ago, maybe 22, 23. He said, they getting me, a leader, a man of God.
I like it. I
I
like I
was,
like the boldness. I like the
yeah,
confidence.
yeah,
Boy, did you see? I just shot with my left hand.
yeah, okay, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
right-handed,
yeah,
but I
you
just
can do
shot with
that.
my left hand.
You can do that
Swish,
when you're sitting in a chair. When you
swish.
sit in a chair,
It don't matter whether it's in the chair or
as,
whether it's standing up.
as they say in social media, tried in real life. Because you know social media ain't real, right? They say social media ain't real.
Here's what's crazy. I endeavor to make social media real for me.
You know what
Like
I'm
I
saying?
don't want to show up any ways in social media that I'm not willing to show up in air quote real life. Yeah, I'm the
Right. That's what
same
I
cat.
say too, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
you
I'm
know,
the same cat.
I'm like, aren't
I
y'all
don't.
real people?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah, exactly. Right. Like I don't have a Lamborghini, so I'm not
right.
gonna have a
I'm
Lamborghini.
not gonna have a Lamborghini. You know? Come on, people.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Real.
have a Lamborghini, so I'm not gonna rent one and put it in my driveway. and say, look at what the Lord has done. You lying on God, lying on yourself. So yeah. Listen, y'all. I could not. Who witnessed it going in? Tell me what you mean, black man. Ron says, who witnessed it going in? What's he talking about, Leroy?
I have no idea.
Who witnessed it going in?
I have no idea about that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Not sure. Not sure.
Dwight Robinson, good morning, black man. Good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. The numbers are climbing. Thank you all for listen, man. We are absolutely grateful. I mean, y'all ain't got to hang out with us. Y'all, I think those of you that hang out with us do so because you know Leroy is going to be in purple pajamas on a
purple
Friday.
pajamas.
Purple pajamas on a Friday.
Yeah, he said purple pajamas.
Oh, Ron said that shot with your left hand. I witnessed it.
Oh.
I witnessed it. My word don't count. I witnessed it. If I didn't make it, I wouldn't even said nothing. I would have just kept on going. But I made it. I mean, in the trash can, left hand. Ryan, you know what it is, man. You know how my game is. My game is tight. I don't know what my game is like now. I haven't played in quite some time. And the last time I played, Leroy, we were playing the 32. 32 by twos. How do y'all play in Baltimore?
That's a long game, bro.
Yeah. We played the 32 by twos.
Really?
What's a customary game in Baltimore?
No, we would usually play the 15 by ones.
15 by ones. That's the same thing.
Yeah. I guess
It's the same thing. 15 by ones, 32 by twos, 16, which would be 16 by ones.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same game. And I think I got up to maybe 8 points by twos, and I was winded. I was like, yeah, let me let me go over here. Let me go over here and sit down and be reminded. Basketball, true. Let's see what Ron said. Ron said, trust but verify. I can take you over there and show you that it went right in. Haters always gonna hate. It doesn't matter. It can be the people closest to you. Ron is one of my closest friends. He is a brother. He is just like you, Leroy. Brother, very, very close friend. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. Yeah. But jealousy is an ugly beast. Jealousy is an ugly beast. And he's been bit by the monster. Clearly, he's been bit by the monster. It's okay. Leroy says, good morning, everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Accountability partner. And that's why I'm telling you that I did it with the left hand. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Just embrace what's happening. Where are you guys from? Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you got going on. Tell us something good. We're about to go into 10:15. At 10:15, Leroy always brings up that's his section, his segment of the Grown Man Podcast to really compare something crazy. We've compared actors, top 5 actors. We've compared actresses or women actors, and Viola Davis won along with Angela Bassett. Denzel won the brothers. Viola Davis won the sisters along with Angela Bassett, 1A and 1B, right? I don't know what Leroy has planned for today. But it's going to be a good time. Tell me what you guys got going. Tell me something good. Today is my mother's birthday. So I am doing my best to make it through today's podcast, to make it through today. Uh, Good morning, my people, Oklahoma. You in Oklahoma on my 59th birthday. Who is that? Who is that shares a birthday with my mom? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. 59th birthday. Tell us who that is. Why do we have to ask who that is? Because you have shown up in our house again with a ski mask on called Facebook user. So we don't know who you are, but we definitely want to celebrate you. 59 years. I used to say, Leroy, to people, I used to clown old people. I used to clown old people, but here's the deal. When you get to be Leroy's age, right? When you Kenneth Shelton, what's happening, man? Yeah, Kenneth Shelton. Um, Happy birthday, my guy. You share a birthday with my mother. You're getting older, man. And I don't get guys who you don't have to age to get older. Like you don't have to. My my mom used to say to my grandmother, my mom used to say, Leroy, Mom, old people look cool walking with canes and all of that. And my grandmother would say, Aretha, those people are hurting. That's not cool. Those people are in pain, right? And and my mom, when she got up in age, my mom transitioned at 85 years old on February the 4th. So today is her birthday. January 19th is her birthday. Um, and I don't know, y'all gonna help me through today. I don't know how much talking I'm gonna do today. I really ain't in the mood to laugh. That's why I appreciate Leroy, coming on with a bathrobe because he wanted to make sure that
my Versace bathroom.
his Versace bathroom. And I'm like, yeah, I needed that laugh. Dwight Robinson said, I feel you, brother. Lost my mom in January 23 years ago. Hey, Dwight, let me ask you this, man, as you help me through today. Today is the first year that I've had without her because she actually passes a good 3 weeks after her birthday. So we celebrated her birthdays. And here's what's crazy, Leroy, man. Um, she was vibrant on her birthday. When I tell you that the downward slide happened overnight like that, it did, bro. It wasn't gradual at all. Like she was vibrant. I got a video that my niece sent to me today, sent to all of us in the group chat. We have a group chat for our family called the Morton Way. And in that group chat, my niece sent the video of us all singing happy birthday to her. She's
Wow.
up, she's laughing, she's singing happy birthday, January the 19th. And bruh, February 4th, she gone.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many days that is. That's a short period of time from
It
the
is.
day that, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, my mom is she no longer here. I endeavor every single day to make her proud. I really do. She means the world to me. Now, those of you that are Christians, this is what I believe. You don't have to believe this. I believe that she is a part of those great cloud of witnesses, right? That continues to cheer Donald Morton and to say, hey, babe, you can do it. I can hear her voice. It doesn't matter what I've desired to do in life. She supported me. So in many ways, I'm really spoiled, Leroy. My mom supported me, bruh.
Yeah.
Um, with every crazy thing I wanted to do. It didn't. She never said, "Boy," none of that. It was always, I say, "Mom, I want to be the world's greatest martial artist," and so she bought all of my gis. She bought uh, my black belt that was embroidered. My nickname was Poison. I have a black belt in Goseiru Goju. Um, and or I wanted to be a basketball player. She would purchase my basketball. She would purchase because I didn't play ball, Leroy, without without equipment. As you know, I played football. I had shoulder pads. I grew up during the era of Magic Johnson. So when I played with knee pads,
Did you?
wristbands, headband.
I never wore. Never wore knee pads, man. Never,
I wore the
never.
knee pads, bro.
You would be. You would have looked just like him.
Right, and so she bought all of that. Bruh, she helped me. Salute to my mom, man. She helped my ex-wife and I purchase our first home. She gave me a significant part of the down payment. I mean, I just had a great mom, man. And today I just kind of woke up like, whoa, yeah. I can't call her and say happy birthday. I can't go visit her and say happy birthday. I can't. I just got to do all of my you know, stuff on social media. So I'm saying all of that to say, y'all, I don't know how good I'm gonna be today. Leroy gonna carry it. He knows what to do. He's a phenomenal co-host. He gonna ask me some questions. I'm gonna be a poor co-host because I'm gonna give one word answers. Hey Donald, how did you feel about good? What do you think about healthcare? Be healthy. That's the kind of that's all the energy I got today, y'all. So if y'all out there, do me a favor, pray for your boy. I genuinely need it. Nodella, what's happening, my friend, my sister? Good to see you. Dwight Robinson says spoke to her a week before she went to hospice, celebrated her last Christmas before her transition. Yeah, same thing for me, man. Celebrated Christmas. Her birthday was in January. She checks out of here on February 4th, but she doesn't do so without me holding her hand and watching her last breath. I watched her inhale. And those of you that have never experienced it, it is the most magical moment, the most sacred moment ever, because she inhales, Leroy, and my niece, who is a nurse, put her stethoscope on my mom's chest. And I said, Niester, is she gone? She said, she's gone. And all of us literally around the bed, we all break. But she lived such a good life, man. She was 85. She lived life to the fullest. She served her God. She fulfilled her passion and call. She traveled the country and the world doing what God has asked her to do. She stood up to the greatest bullies alive. My mom, absolutely greatest woman alive. So, Leroy, take me out this moment, man. Give me another moment. What you got for us today, as it relates to what's the challenge today? I don't know what to call this segment. What do we call this segment, man? Is this the Mackenzie moment? What is this segment where you have these different things? What do you call it at night when you do it?
I call it evening conversation.
Okay,
But
so this is not an evening conversation. This is a morning conversation. It may be an afternoon conversation. So I need you to call it something else. But I don't know what you got for today. We'll figure out the name of it later. Let me just kind of sit back and lean like you are in the picture up top, and let me find out what you got for us today.
digging the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh,
Woo,
thank you.
woo.
Yes, sir. No, you gave me a challenge yesterday.
I
So
did. I
you
did.
know
I
I'm
did.
always up for a challenge. So
I did,
I had to
man.
do some homework last night. This wasn't easy either.
Right.
It wasn't easy at all, and I still didn't even. You know how you got me down to my seven,
PVS.
person, yeah, PVS, my
Yes.
PVS. This one I couldn't get down to 5. I ain't even gonna lie. I
Okay,
couldn't.
so
It was
how many
getting
we
ridiculous.
got? We gonna
I
be able
did
to
have
keep.
7. I did have
You
7,
got
but
7.
yeah. So
Okay,
um,
so
but
this it is the 7 greatest black movies. Is that what we did?
right of all time. And people they gonna have their own list. I know that they're gonna have their
Of
own list,
course,
but
Crystal will be here in a moment.
right. Yeah, Crystal gonna be here in a moment.
All right, so I'm typing. I'm ready.
All right, number 1, I have Black Panther.
Okay.
2 is Love Jones.
Okay.
3 is Claudine.
Okay.
4, New Jack City.
Wow. Okay.
Next is Malcolm X.
Okay.
Next is Purple Rain.
Woo. Okay.
And the last one is Cooley High.
Okay, we getting ready to have a conversation.
Yeah.
We get ready to have a
Bruh.
conversation.
I was looking at the list of movies that, because you put in all time black movies and stuff, and I'm looking at
Yes.
that list, and I'm like, man, yeah, we done had some great movies, man.
Here they are, y'all.
And I
Here they
wanted to have
are. The
and I wanted to
7
have a mixture.
greatest black movies of all time. We want to know where y'all stand. Don't be stingy with your commentary. Let us know where you stand. The 7 greatest movies of all time. Number 1, Black Panther. Now, these are in no particular order. We want you guys to order them in the way that you want to order them. If you want to do the top 3 for you, and the rest of them are away, I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask Leroy to do it first. I'm going to give mine, and then we want to know your top 3. What are your top 3 movies of all time? Nodella said great choices. Yeah, I agree, Nodella. Let me just say this though, Leroy. I need you not to take my black card though. When
Oh Lord, here he go.
One of these movies I have not seen. One of these movies not only have I not seen, I've never heard of.
It better not be. And I know which one. I'm gonna guess it right now. I can tell you which one it is. I already know.
Which one is it, Leroy?
It's Claudine. You
It's
ain't seen
Claudine.
Claudine. You ain't black. You ain't black. Joe Biden said you ain't black. You are not black. You have not seen Claudine.
What?
Bro, let me tell you. I want you and Marla for you all movie. Watch Claudine.
Okay.
Watch Claudine. I promise you. I don't know if Marla's seen it or not, but I promise you, bro.
What's it about?
It's James Earl Jones and it's Diane Carroll. They play Diane Carroll plays a single mother of, I think she got like 3-4 kids. But the movie is from the 70s, so you got to think of the time.
I got to check it out.
And
don't tell me no more. I just want to check it out. I'm gonna check it out. I'll see whether. Look. Ron Handy making me feel bad too. He said, "Great movie." Yeah. I've never seen the movie. Okay, y'all. Here is. I need y'all to participate. I really wish StreamYard had a way for us to do a poll.
Yeah.
Right. Zoom has a way to do polls, but StreamYard has not. Maybe I'll write them and say, hey, I need y'all to create a way for us to do polls. But I need your top 3, and I need the top 3 in order. I'm going to ask y'all to begin to formulate your top 3. Leroy's going to give us his top 3. And we're going to find out exactly. Oh my God, this gonna be difficult.
Yeah, I know, right?
This gonna be difficult. Yeah. Okay, Leroy, give me your top three, man.
I knew you were gonna say that. All right. You want me to go in reverse order? My number three,
Yeah,
two, and
let's
then
do
one.
that.
All right. Number three. Number three is gonna be Black Panther.
Okay.
Hate to do it, but I love it. But the two that I got in front of it, I just got to do it. Number three is Black Panther. Number two is Love Jones. That's one of my. That's just like my all-time favorite movie. You
Okay.
know. And then number one is Black Panther. I mean Malcolm X. I'm sorry, Malcolm X is
Wow.
just because of who he is and his story and the impact that he had on our lives to this day. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
those are my top three. That's
Okay.
tough though.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
That's that's tough.
I'm in my head right now. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm all over the place because I can't disrespect. So I think I can get to. Give me yours again, Leroy. Who was number three?
Number three was Love Jones. I mean, I'm sorry, Black Panther. I'm sorry.
Black
Number three was
Panther.
Black Panther.
Number two
Number
was Love
two was Love
Jones.
Jones, and number
Number
one
one
is
was Malcolm.
Malcolm X. Malcolm X. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Shoots. Number three, Cooley High.
Mm, can't argue with it at
Can't
all.
argue with Cooley High.
Can't argue with Cooley High,
Can't
bro.
argue with Cooley High. Cooley High
It's
is my
just
number three.
yeah.
Number two, New Jack City.
Mm.
New Jack
And
City.
like I said, I can't argue with any of them, bro. New
Right.
Jack City was a game changer in the black movie industry. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
You
Yes,
know.
sir. And then number one, you and I share Malcolm X.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Ron Handy, here's his Leroy. Ron Handy, No Order, New Jack City.
How I learned.
No,
Okay.
Ron, listen to me, y'all. Out of the movies that have been presented, Ron is a bald head crystal. Ron is a bald head crystal, right? He did exactly what Crystal does.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about yours. I'm talking about out of the ones that have been listed, these top seven. I'm asking you what, and you don't have to give a particular order, but yeah, give a particular order. Out of the seven that has been listed, what is your top three?
Yeah, Ron, I'm with the Love and Basketball, man. That and Love Jones
I
are
love it.
two of my
I love
like
loving basketball as
yeah,
well.
man, two of my favorite
Yeah, I love loving
all time
basketball as
movies,
well.
man. So it just didn't make this cut of all time. You know, for me, it's
Yeah,
an all time great, but I'm thinking about overall all of the
yeah,
movies that have been out there
yeah,
and the impact that they had, man. Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with Love and
So
Basketball.
so again, Cooley High, New Jack City, Malcolm X. My
Yeah.
favorite, my top three movies. Nodella, we need to hear from you. Dwight, we need to hear from you. Ken Shelton, we need to hear from you. I wanna know. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. If you're on here and you like me and you never even heard of Claudine.
Yeah, bro. It's
Leroy,
like I said. I can't believe that you. I thought maybe you had just hadn't seen it, but you've
I never
heard of it.
even heard of it, bro.
But you never heard of it.
Here's
Wow.
what's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are movies that have been out and that I've actually watched, right?
Mhm.
And I just don't remember the name.
Mhm.
Marla has introduced me to a lot of movies that I just don't even. She said, "Babe, we saw that," and I said, "Oh, okay, it's that, right?"
Mhm.
So anybody else want to try it? Y'all quiet today. Y'all don't want to try. Okay, there we go. Ron Handy in order. New Jack City, Cooley High, and he said Purple Rain. Ron, Purple Rain. Is
Yeah.
Purple Rain on there?
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
It's
okay,
on there.
okay.
It's on there.
I was going to say.
It's on there.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. New Jack City, Cooley High, Purple Rain.
Can't
And I
argue with
know
these.
why Ron likes Purple Rain, because Ron has the actual shoes that that Prince wore. I've seen them.
You trying to say Ron got 6-inch pumps?
I'm saying Ron got 6-inch pumps, and you ought to hear him. You ought to hear him say, he said, boy, when you moved to Atlanta, I knew you was gonna come back talking about remens. Join the remens movement.
Oh.
Oh boy, that boy a fool, man. All right. Nodella said Claudine, Black Panther, Cooley High. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nodella, I feel so ashamed. My mom, let me tell you this before I show y'all Tramel's, right? My mom, I had on a kufi. I'll never forget it. She's sitting on the side of her bed, and I had on one of my kufis, right? And I think I had on a dashiki that I got from Accra, right? So I was decked out, and for whatever reason, we were watching something, and the Black National Anthem came on.
Okay.
And I didn't know the words to the second stanza.
Right.
My mom said, "Hey, nigga, you got all that black stuff on. You don't know the words." She said, "You got all that. Take all that off. Take all that off until you learn the words to the Black National Anthem. What's wrong with you?" She was livid with me. It wasn't funny until later. I mean, I laughed in the moment. She was so serious. She was so irritated with me. She said, you don't even know the words to the
Negro, you don't even know the words to the Black National Anthem, and you got the nerve to have on a kufi.
You got a kufi on. You got a
and a dashiki.
She was so irritated with me, bro. That was the funniest thing in the world. All right, let's see what Tramel says. Tramel says number 1, New Jack City. Number 2, Love Jones. Number 3, Malcolm X. I like it. Yeah. Nodella, don't treat me like that, Nodella. I didn't know the words. I butchered the words. It's like she called me nigga too. She said, "Nigga, you." Oh man, that was the funniest thing. I said, "Mom," she was like, "No. If you don't know the words to the Black National Anthem, take all that off."
Say most of us know the first stanza, because I'll be true to you. I know a little bit. I don't know the exact words, and I got to be singing it in order to be able to all and remember it and stuff. But
I know lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. That's
of your knowledge. And here's the thing: I bet you, if I asked you to sing the words to a rap song, you could roll it off like it was nothing.
Here's the deal. This is crazy. I was teaching Bible study one time for my mom, and bruh, I was spitting out rap songs, and I was trying to juxtapose and compare them to hymns.
Okay.
And I couldn't remember one hymn.
Yep.
And my mom was like, she used to get so disgusted. She had this face like boy.
Get up here, stand up here in front of my people. My people.
Oh, happy birthday, Precious. That was my baby. No other way around. Tell me what you mean, Epps. Nodella said we had to learn it. And you know what's crazy? I went to a high school, Nodella, in Delaware, first Black high school. It was the first high school for Blacks. No other, we couldn't go anywhere else. Now, of course, I could, but during my mom's time, my great grandmom's time, nobody else, they couldn't go anywhere else. So I followed the tradition. It was called Howard High School. It's now Howard High School of Technology. It is a training school, right? Tremel says number 1 Malcolm X, number 2 Love Jones, number 3 New Jack City. Okay, got you. Well, you must have had dyslexia this morning because you put them in the other way around. So number 1 Malcolm, we agree on Malcolm. Number 2 Love Jones, number 3 New Jack City. Okay, I can swallow that. Yeah, first one in the state, right? First one in the state. That blacks could go to. So my grandmother went there, my great grandmother went there, my mother went there, I went there, to kind of follow in the tradition. Howard is a phenomenal school. It's a Votech school. It is where, Leroy, believe it or not, I've got to attribute it to a guy by the name of Frank Vanderslice. Frank Vanderslice was my communications technology teacher. So when I was in high school, I graduated with a diploma in communications technology. So television, radio, photography. That's why I can stand up here and clown with you all day. I can do this all day. I was trained to do this in high school. That, along with, just kind of a natural tact to be able to communicate and to have fun. Howard trained me. So shout out to Frank Vanderslice for teaching that.
Didn't you tell me too that high school, the name is also is from
Howard University.
Howard University, from Howard University.
Named after the same guy. I think it's a general, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody that knows, let me know. Ron, you may know. Ron is a historian of sorts in the same way that you are. So I think there was a General Howard that Howard University was named after, and Howard High School. Obviously, Howard High School comes first, and then Howard University comes later, named after the same gentleman. Somebody check my facts on that. But yeah, and I have a certificate from Howard University as well. So I've got a diploma from Howard High School. I got a certificate from their master's program in ministry and business. That my dear friend Omarosa Newman now invited me to a cohort. So yeah, a great time. All right. Listen, this has been a lot of fun. Some of y'all, everybody participated. Thank y'all for participating in our shenanigans. I'm sure that for many of y'all, I'm going to hear later on in the day that this Negro didn't know the Negro National Anthem, and he didn't know Claudine. So several of you are going to want to take my black card.
Your black card has officially been revoked.
It could be in jeopardy.
No,
but it can't be revoked.
No, you got two of them, Claudine and the National Black.
No, I know the first stanza. I just didn't know the second one. And my mom knew the whole thing. She knew the whole thing. So her standard was a little high.
Right. Yeah. It ain't too many of us that know the whole.
It ain't too many of us that know the whole thing.
I promise you that. Now,
right?
Maybe the older generation, our parent generation, they might know all of it. But
right.
I know we don't. I know we don't.
Right. So this is how it would go. If we were in service, during Black History Month, and they lift every voice and sing, everybody, I would start strong. Lift every voice and sing. And then Leroy, till earth and heaven ring.
Right, exactly. You got the voice got lower and
lower. You get lower and lower with every part of it. Yeah. I didn't know. Y'all see, I got some pipes. I can bellow it, right? Just like my mom, my pop. Don't play me. I can bellow it. You ready to work, man?
Let's go.
Let's put the hoodies up. What's happening, y'all? I'm Donald Morton, founder of Remand. We help Black men transform character. We transform the character of individual Black men and the institutions that impact them. Ron Handy says Civil War General Oliver Otis Howard. For both of them, right? For both of them, right, Ron? Yeah, I knew it was General Howard. Is that for both of them, Black man? Let me know if that's for both of them, please. Today, of course, we are back on dealing with rising voices, Black men, and the power shift in politics. I want to appreciate all of you for sticking with the topic, hanging in with us to have grown men conversations. There are a whole lot of podcasts that you could watch that's going to give you what Leroy calls cotton candy. Ron said, yes, I knew I was talking about. Y'all give big ups. Leroy, do I at least get some points for knowing General Howard was Howard University, Howard High School was named after? Do I get any points for that?
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Okay,
sir.
all right. So can I have a page of my black card back? Maybe the front. Can I have the front of my black card back? Give me the back later. But if I can have the front of my black card back, I will appreciate it. We are talking about rising, huh?
We'll give you restricted access.
Restricted. I'm willing to earn mine. I'm definitely willing to earn mine. Nodella is giving claps. Thank you. Yes, I knew that Howard University and Howard High School named after the same guy. Look, here go Ron. Why? Look at his question. Do I know what race he was? No, I do not. But do you want to share it, or you just want to embarrass me in front of the people that are watching the Grown Man Podcast, trying to treat me like a little boy on the Grown Man Podcast? I want tell us the race. Tell us the race that he was, Ron Handy. I am interested in that because I do not know.
I hope he was black.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it being the name on a HBCU, that'd be
kind of a black high school.
Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. He not.
I don't know. Like, because we didn't really raise up the ranks in the military like that.
Yeah, but I'm sure,
right?
For him to get that status,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just thinking.
Let's see what Ron says. I want to know what race he was. Yeah. Ron, let us know, man, what race he was. Hey, y'all, rising voices, Black men, and the power shift in politics. And we want to again thank you for. And Leroy, I think this is notable. It's notable that we have a following that we have not had to water down content in order to keep.
No, sir.
Right? I don't know that that's about us. I think that that's about people really desiring to have grown people conversations, right? And I think hopefully you and I, hopefully you and I add. Oh wow! Look at that, Leroy.
Wow.
He was a white missionary that opened the school for Black preachers.
Wow.
Get out of here, Ron.
Deep. I wonder how many folks know that.
Nobody but Ron. Because this is the kind of stuff he does, just like you. Just sit on the side of the bed and think about random things that he can make sure he knows that nobody else knows. So he can come on the Grown Man Podcast and try to embarrass Donald Morton. Forget you, Ron.
Now that's a part of Black history that I bet nobody knew about.
That is. Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, that's and to your point, like you said, right? We would have hoped that he was Black, But here's something that I'd like to talk about, Leroy, before we get into talking about healthcare again today, or health today. Uh, I am unapologetically for black males. Those of you that know, it's the reason why you're on the blog. You're looking at the Grown Man podcast. We are two black males. We are unapologetically blackety black black black. We love black people. I don't just love black people that are doing well. I love all black people that are doing well, black people that are not doing so well, black people that are educated, black people that aren't educated, black people that commit crimes, black people that are pure. I love all black people, all of them. I want us to do better as a community, right? But I love all black people. I also love people that love black people. For example, those of you that you may know, you may not know, one of my this is going to sound crazy, but just kind of hear my heart when I say it. One of my favorite white people is a guy by the name of Tim Wise. If you've not heard the name Tim Wise, look him up. Tim Wise is a white man, a white advocate for black people who has done tremendous work, right? And so much so that they was trying to kill Tim Wise for a while.
Really?
Right? I love Tim Wise because of the work that he does for black people. Not every white person, this is I gotta say this, not every white person is against us.
Correct.
It's just not the case. It's an unfair characterization of white people to say all white people are against us. That's not true. And guess what? Hey, listen to me. Not all black people for us.
Yes, sir.
Not all white people are against us. Not all black people are for us. So on a case by case basis, I get a chance to really honor the people that love black people, that are interested in black advancement. And Leroy and I both love all black people. We have differences of opinions as it relates to how to get black people to advance. But that's what makes black people so brilliant and beautiful, because the truth of the matter is we are not monogamous, right? We're not monogamous. We don't have a universal thought. All of us we're kind of an eclectic people. We have different and varying positions and thoughts and views that I think just make us wonderful. And a part of what we've got to learn to do as black people is to value the different perspectives, even if that perspective is different from yours. I value all black people, not just the ones that agree with me, the ones that don't agree with me, I value as well. So, Leroy, talk a bit about, man, the importance of black men in this power shift, and then we'll go specifically again to health and wellness. There's a conversation I want to have about that. But let's talk specifically, bruh, about how important, and we'll always begin here, how important it is for black men to find their position in the political landscape and being able to add their giftings to whatever. I'm not talking about party here. I'm talking about whatever cause is going to advance our people in the mind of that aligns with our own values. There are certain things, certain party affiliations that I can't rock with because it doesn't align with my values. It just doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just doesn't align with my values. So, Leroy, talk a bit about, man, the importance of black men being involved with politics, whether it's voter education, voter participation, voter mobilization. We should have some participation in this process.
Well, it's mandatory if you ask me, because politics, government touches every aspect of our lives. We can't do anything that the government isn't a part of in our lives. That's the streets you drive on, the house you live in, the car you drive, everything is touched by our government. And if we aren't a participant in it, then what happens is they tell you what is, what is going to happen to you. That's what, um that's what certain other countries have, where their government tells them who they are, tells them how to conduct themselves, where to conduct themselves. So it's vital, if we want to keep things the way that we have this luxury, because this is a luxury that we have
Yes.
in this country. and
Yes.
and people don't understand that, bruh,
Yes.
until we do travel
Until you
to
travel.
other countries.
Yes, sir.
When you travel to other countries and you see the things that they have to endure, and the things that they don't have because of government, it gives you a different appreciation for what we do have here.
Yeah.
And we can't feel as if we're just entitled
Yes.
to things. No, sir. Yet there's not. What's that old, that old saying about, you know um I can't even think of it right now, but it has to do with, power. Yeah, power is not given. you
Oh yeah,
know
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's not given easily. You have to demand it. You got to
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
It's not going to surrender it. You're
Power
going to
is
have.
never conceded without a
Yeah,
demand. It's never, it
Frederick
never
Douglass.
will.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's never surrendered. You're going to have to work for it. It is
Yeah.
going to make you work for everything that you want to achieve. And that's what we're here, and what we talk about here on the Grown Man Podcast.
Yes.
This grown man thing, becoming a reman man, it's going to fight you tooth and nail every step of the way.
Absolutely.
We talk about going home. It is going to fight you every step of the way for you to go home, because there's some people that don't want you
Yeah.
back home,
Yeah.
because they know what happens when you, as you were saying, take your rightful place and know your position. It gives you it gives you the respect. And I know we celebrated Dr. King the other day, and one of the quotes that I did, like, a man can't stand on you if you're not if you're not bent over.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can't. If you're standing up straight, and you take the posture and position that you're supposed to have as men, it changes you, it changes your family, and it changes a community, and it changes a country.
What do you think about what Ron just said? Because that is, again, a part of what I enjoy about the Ron Handys of the world, the Leroy McKenzies of the world. I'm pretty well versed too. Is this being able to contextualize our present day with what has happened in history,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Um, because Ron says something that's really, really important. That part of the Civil War issue was that the South had more people because of slavery, which meant more votes, right?
But the slaves couldn't vote, though, right?
So
Slaves
Ron,
didn't have the right to vote.
the slaves could not vote, but remember we have a system of what's it called? Ron, help me, man. We have a delegate system,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
I don't know whether that delegate system still existed back at that time, but we have a delegate system. So we don't have we have the popular vote, but as we all know, the popular vote isn't always the vote that wins.
Right, and it's not the
Sometimes you can
determinant. It's not the determinant either. The electoral is what.
the electoral vote.
Yeah, is what
Right,
they use to put someone in
right,
office.
right, right. So for example, I don't even know what it is here in Georgia. I forget what Delaware had very small number of electoral votes. It just wasn't a lot. What is it in Baltimore? What is it in Maryland? Leroy, do
I'm
you
not.
know?
No, I'm not sure off the top of my
Yeah.
head. Yeah, I'm not sure. I
So
think it's
so
two. Let me
two.
see. Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
probably
but I
got more
can't.
than that.
I'll do. Yeah, yeah. I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to
Yeah,
speak on because I'm not
yeah,
sure. I'm
yeah.
not sure.
So a part of what we've got to be able to reimagine about Black
Mm,
men is our necessity to the process.
mm,
So for a very long time, Black people did not see overall and universally, we have not seen ourselves as necessary to the process. Then there's a group of us, Leroy, that say, "Hey, it my vote doesn't even matter." Well,
right.
how would you answer that, bruh? For those who say our vote don't even matter.
And I tell those folks the same thing. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it again. That if you believe that your vote does not matter and you do not vote, then go somewhere and sit down. Don't complain. We don't want to hear your mouth. I don't want to hear you say anything about the schools. I don't want to hear you say anything about the kids. I don't want to hear you say anything about what you don't have because look, just said a few minutes ago, everything that we do is touched by the government, which are those people that you elect to put into office. So you saying that your vote doesn't count? We can fuss all day and we can go through all of the different dynamics of vote, of the electoral vote versus the popular vote and how it really doesn't really, but the truth be told is that vote that you have gives you a voice.
Yeah,
It is your voice. This country, the Constitution that is supposed to be binding, but that's another story. that that
yeah.
that this country is supposed to be founded on. Though, well, the original Constitution didn't even include us, but that's another story too. But says that you have the right to choose who it is that you want to represent you in this government.
So
And if
that's
you're
that's that's what I want you to talk about, though. So
mm,
so I get it when you say, "Hey, look, I don't want to hear nothing from you," because I share that sentiment, right? When you
right,
say,
right,
"I don't want to hear anything from you," go somewhere and sit down. But there is a growing number of people, bruh, who are saying, like, for what though? I get the philosophical idea, right? Our ancestors bled and died. I get all of that. But there are a lot of people, man, who don't really recognize. Angela Davis said we have a fundamental inability to connect the dots. As a people, we don't
mm,
always know how to connect the dots. Help everyone connect the dots with regard to their vote and what their vote actually does in real tangible ways. You mentioned because we have this habit, right, of talking about the national elections, the presidential
correct,
elections, and then
right,
we
right.
we also have a habit of doing away with those midterm elections. We don't even go to vote for
Don't
that,
even, yeah,
right?
exactly. Right.
So oftentimes it can seem like our votes don't matter on the national stage, but our votes matter particularly locally. There are a lot
Right.
of people who would argue that all voting is local. Like
Correct.
the changes and the transitions and the impact that is made are really local. So I want us to kind of educate people who are making decisions about Dr. Leroy, I hear you, but I don't see a reason. I'm gonna stay home in the comfort of my own home if I can't really make tangible impact with my vote. How would you connect the dots for people that are trying to connect the dots about how their vote matters?
Well, you just said it, that politics is local. We
Yes, sir.
can think of the national scene, but think locally. Like I just said, the roads that you drive on, the educational system that you have for your children, that you want your kids to go to a good school. All of that has to do with the people that you vote to put in office.
Yes.
And if those people, and yes, there gonna be times where the person that you want to get in office does not win. But
Mm,
here's my question: what part are you playing in getting and pushing to get their name known? Right now, here in the city of Baltimore, there's three candidates that are running for mayor. One, I wholeheartedly want him to win. I want him to be, because I believe he's the best fit for what Baltimore can be.
okay.
The other two, one has been a former mayor, and she did a decent job. I'm not saying that, out of the three, she would be my second. The third one, like, what was it old? What was it old? Was it Mars commercial where they had the ham? That's a S. We throw that one away.
Yes. Yes.
that
Yes.
that's how I feel about that. But he is in the office.
Yes.
Do I like what he's done? Absolutely not. Do I believe that people need to do what they need to do in order to be able to? If you want to see change, you've got to do your part in being able to elect change, and that means doing the homework, doing your research to understand the platform that you're putting in your local. I've said this about the city council here in Baltimore, that all of them need to be fired. I know
Mm,
they might get upset about it because they this and actually it's not even their fault. It's the citizens of Baltimore's fault because they keep putting the same people back in time after time after time. And what's the definition of insanity?
doing the
Doing
same thing
the same
over and
thing
over again,
over and
expecting a
over
different
again and
result.
expecting a different result. You can't do that. And that applies here. You keep putting the same people in and you keep getting the same result. So
Yeah.
so so when you're thinking about your vote doesn't count, it's not on the larger scale, it's not on the big national scene. It's right there in front of you. You
Yeah.
you want to you want to make your schools better. You want to make your roads better. You want to deal with crime. Crime ain't got nothing to do with the national scene. Has to do with you right there in your neighborhood. Has to do with your city council person. Has to do with your mayor. Has to do with those people that are your U.S. I mean, not your U.S. but your state representative or your city representative
Yes.
and your state representative. Those are that you vote downline on when they're asking you about if you want certain, on the voting ballot, when they want you to vote for certain things, if you want this, if you want that. Yeah, those are the things that you have a say in. And you make your voice known by being aware of those things that you want or don't want.
Yeah.
I can't stand the fact up here in Baltimore, bro. They have these bike lanes. I think
Mhm.
it's the dumbest thing ever. It's just as bad. These bike lanes are just as bad as that what do they call it up there in Jersey? The jug handle. That's the dumbest thing ever. I'm just like, who does this?
Who thought
The
about that? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the biker lanes, because it's taken away the streets. It has
Yeah.
made the streets so smaller now
Yeah.
because they want to put these bike lanes in, and they serve no purpose.
Well, I think
But
I think so. Let me push back, right? I think
okay,
that bike lanes, in the mind of at least those that legislate for bike lanes, do two things. One is there's a hope that people would bike more, right? That people would not drive as much, and that people
right,
would bike more, which
right.
saves on emissions and this
Hmm.
idea of what's it called, man?
Well,
The
the emissions are
climate
dangerous
change
too.
and all those kinds of things, right?
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
also it encourages people to ride bikes for health reasons. So there are a number of people who would argue, I'm not for them one way or the other, right? But I think that there's, and again, it goes back to uh, the critical thinking that you were talking about before, right? Being able to think through what's in the mind of someone who would legislate this, right? We can't ride on the sidewalk because the sidewalk is a sidewalk. We want to encourage people to ride bikes. We want to encourage people to be healthier. We want to encourage people. So let's create a small bike lane that, yes, is going to take away from the street. But so those are the things that we really need to begin to think about. But going back to the importance of involving oneself in the political process becomes really important. Nodella says, vote for me so I can remove them. I hate them things and huge waste of taxpayers' money. Right. She also says, I agree, Don, but they are a nuisance. I don't disagree. I really don't. I don't disagree. I do want to begin to have critical thinking around why some of these things exist, because the other thing that happens in politics is we have a habit of putting something in, then taking it out, putting it in, and then taking it out. We do that particularly on the national landscape. When a Republican is in office, he's going to put a certain thing, executive orders, things of that nature in place, and then a Democrat says, no, we don't want to do that no more, we want to do this. And so there's a lot of instability. Here's what I would want to talk about, Leroy, particularly as we talk about move into having a conversation about health and wellness, that voting is not the only way to participate in the political process.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, right? So, for example, Remand is going to be creating, particularly during the midterm elections, report cards across the country.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Letting people know how particular candidates have voted. And again, for Remand, we are doing it only for how Black men rate you. If you want our vote, we're not voting for you based on what you did for the LGBTQIA plus community. That's them. They know how to lobby for themselves and do it very well. They do it very, very well.
Yes, sir.
Right? We're not talking about what's best for our sisters. They can do that. I want to talk about how I grade you based on policies that you have or have not created, policies that you have or have not supported as it relates to how they impact Black men, right? Become active. Nodella said it. Become active in your community.
Yep.
Right? So it's not just voting. I know we're heavy-handed on voting because of how many people bled and died. I get it. But there's voter education, voter registration.
Yep.
Because there are several brothers, Leroy, that I want to talk about, and then I want to get into the health and wellness piece, right? There are several brothers who have made significant mistakes in our society and can't vote.
Mm-hmm.
So do we say to them, you have no part in the political process? Hell no, we don't say that. We say, hey, bro, you can do this. You can drive people to the polls. You can educate people about how this process has impeded your active participation in our communities. Like, you have a role, and your role has to go beyond voting, because the other thing that happens, volunteering, Nodella, you own it, volunteering. The other thing that happens, Leroy, I think that is doing us a disservice is the fact that because we have such a heavy message on voting, that people think that's all they got to do. No, you got to do more than vote.
Absolutely.
We need you to vote, but we need you to do more than vote. Can you talk a bit about, Nodella has brought up a couple of ways that we need to really address volunteerism, becoming active in your community. Yes, ma'am, Nodella, I'm thinking outside the box, because we've got to do more than what we have customarily done. We can't just stop at the voting booth as if our civic participation is over. No, being an active member of your community happens all year long. Right? It doesn't happen just during voting time. It happens all year long. Go ahead, Leroy, man.
No, on a wider spectrum, like we said, education. There's a big part. How many of the PTA meetings do you go to? And have these discussions about what the educational system should look like for your children, so that your city council person knows, hey, yeah, we this is what we want in our schools, in our district.
Yes.
Make sure that they know your name. Make sure that they know your involvement. Yeah, I went to the last city hall meeting, or the last PTA
Yes,
meeting,
sir.
and here's what I'm finding. Here, let them make them just like Norm and Cheers, and we go where they will know your name. It's like, oh
Yes.
Lord, here he come again. Here she come again. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm right here, and I'm gonna be here until you do something about what it is that we're asking you to do about, to make significant changes in what we're doing. We're gonna be talking about health and wellness. That's impacted as well.
Absolutely, bro.
What part of health and wellness is impacted by the government? Think about it.
Talk
Ain't these
about that, Leroy, so we can switch. Talk about that. What part of health and wellness is impacted by our government? Beyond, we all know about Obamacare. It was major. I didn't even have health insurance. I've been an entrepreneur the majority of my life. I did not have health insurance before Obamacare. I'm grateful for Obamacare. I'm grateful for it, right? Um, Talk about ways in which the what is really called the Patient Protection Affordable Care Act, right? Or other ways in which the government plays a part in health and wellness.
No, but it does because it sets the tone. Even locally, it sets the tone with the with the laws that they pass. But if you aren't educated on them, and this is why it's important to be educated about these things, because you in turn can bring these things up to your local politicians, and you get to find out what their stance is on your health and wellness, and asking yourself with certain healthcare things that go on, or that are in your area. You got to look them up for your area. I can't tell you what it is for what laws and everything like that they have in your area, you know. But what you should know is you should be abreast of things. We ain't saying you got to know the you ain't got to know the all of it, but you should be aware of a lot of it to be able to at least be articulate about it, because it
If you're gonna
concerns.
be a grown man, hey, we ain't talking to little boys. We told you when you come to this podcast, we're not dealing with cotton candy stuff. We're talking about grown man stuff that's going to impact your family, impact your life, impact your community, impact your business. Like we're having that conversation. If you want to have another conversation after this one is over, the Cotton Candy podcast down the street. Go down there, talk to them about why black men should be paying all the bills and all that kind of stuff. There's enough of that out there. Cool, go deal with that. But right now, we're talking about grown man stuff.
Yep.
Um, do
And
your
you should.
listeners know that public offices don't require you to have a degree for that office?
You just schooled me. I didn't.
Ooh, no dollar, no dollar.
Yeah.
I want to get up and run because there are those, including the presidency.
Just got to be 35. What does it say? 35 and older. And what's the other? You got to be a national born citizen. National.
No
National.
dollar. You know, you just
Yeah.
open up the floodgates.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're not saying don't get educated, y'all. We're not saying that, right? I'm credential, Leroy credential. I'm not saying don't go to school. I am saying though that if you don't have a degree, it is not the impediment that you think it is. And it is becoming more and more okay for you not to spend $100,000 on your degree, get yourself in debt, only to come out with a degree that don't work in the marketplace. I'm just saying.
Now, you're gonna have to have some form of education, but it
Yeah,
doesn't have to
yes,
be
certainly,
formal education.
certainly.
them, and I learned that lesson when I was doing the research for my book Young and Gifted, right? That a lot of the entrepreneurs that we see that are flourishing, that have flourished, you know, they didn't have their degrees, bro.
They didn't have their degrees.
So those letters behind your name,
They
or
they they, they
in
make us
front of your
feel
name.
good. When people say Dr. Morton, they make me feel good for a little while. But at the end of the day, I know PhDs that are sleeping under bridges.
Yep.
So it creates this elite class
Hmm.
that really is a false elitism, because the truth of the matter is, you got book knowledge and no common sense. I know people that got 4 or 5 degrees. They are professional students.
And dumb as bricks.
Don't-
But here's the thing, and I don't know how, and I heard this years ago about Albert Einstein. As intelligent as he was, he couldn't even find his way home.
Wow.
And I heard that some years ago. So I don't want to be misaccurate, but they were saying he couldn't find his way home.
Yeah, degrees do, no Della, give us a sense of accomplishment,
And it
right?
gives you
It
discipline. I can
proves
believe that too.
it
Yeah,
gives you discipline. It proves you can finish, right? Like
and that
it
you can
proves
think. You can
that
critically think too. I think too.
well, not necessarily.
Really? Okay.
Degrees don't prove that. And the reason why they don't prove that is because I know several athletes who have degrees but didn't even go to class.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
Right? So what it does do is prove, like those athletes that come out of college and then they come out of college early, they go into the NBA, NFL, whatever the case may be. And then their parents say, I want you to promise me that you're going to go back to school though, right? Because it says I finish what I start,
Right. Right. Right.
right? So the elite may have zero common sense. Absolutely, Dwight. Absolutely, bruh. Zero common sense. They give out honorary degrees like free candy. Yeah. And sometimes, let me tell you what I've learned about honorary degrees, because I have one and I haven't earned one. Let me tell you this about honorary degrees. My spiritual father said something, Leroy, some time ago that was just he pissed people off, but it was right, because he has an honorary degree as well, right? So he said, I earned my degree. Everything I know. I just got it from life experience.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I ain't have to pay $100,000 for mine.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
gave
that's
my
the thing.
life to my degree.
Right, and that's the thing that folks don't understand about the honorary degrees, that you should be getting them for the work that you put in, you know, and and whatever it is that you, because here the truth be told, and somebody said this too, and it made me think. It's like, yeah, the honorary, I'm not the honorary degree, the degree that you went to school for, you're reading from or learning from someone who did the work.
Right,
So
right,
so I'm not understanding that, why folks don't get that.
right, right. So,
So yeah.
Leroy, we got about 2 minutes before we take the hoodies down, man. Again, dive back into, for a couple of moments, please. What are some areas? I've got my own, and I may share maybe 30 seconds of it. But what are some ways government can impact um, health and wellness of Black men? A Black man like me who has had cancer, a Black man like me who my mom says she used to walk around and pray for me as a little boy. I had fevers all the time, and she didn't have money to take me to the hospital.
Right.
Right. So what are some ways in which the government needs to step up for its most vulnerable citizens to be able to now don't come for us, because we have a part of our responsibility as men that we teach with the Reman Project, to make sure Black men eat well, we exercise, we do all the things we're supposed to do. But then when we're met with a challenge, what is our government's role, Leroy?
Well, I think part of it is, and we talked about this I think yesterday about the food deserts. I think having seeing these areas that are in out. We talked about local politics. Our local politicians seeing, hey, this area needs to address the not having good food available for these particular districts or areas, and saying, hey, what can I do, what can I do as the overseer, or what, no overseer, but the person who is from a government standpoint over this area. How can I contribute so that we can get a grocery store in this area to address that need, so that the citizens have a healthy choice that they can make in order to be able to give them healthy foods, and not just say, oh well, that's not something that I can do anything about. Yes, you can.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can.
yeah,
And same thing from an educational standpoint. What can you, looking at the educational system and saying, what can I do as a representative, city council representative, as a delegate, or as a alderman, or as a, 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 a state delegate or a state representative. What can we do that's going to eliminate these particular issues that black men are dealing with?
yeah,
But and it's not just them doing it on their own, because we know they're not going to do it, because they have too many people lobbying for things that they want. And just like those others are lobbying for what they want, we've got to lobby
bruh,
for
you
what we
talking
want,
good, man. You talking good.
and come to the table with viable solutions. With, hey, we're not only coming for our with our vote, but we're coming with solutions. We're coming with capital, whether it's human resource capital, whether it's financial cap, whether it's economic capital. These are the things that we're bringing along with our. This is what you get with our vote, in addition to our vote. And I think when we do that as black men, and we understand that as black men, then we're able to leverage and get some of the things. And we ain't gonna get everything that we want, but get some of those things that we want, and that we're working hard for. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that
absolutely.
would be that to me. That's the start. But like I said, bro, I love your list, and I love that the two things, that the list that we talked about, because that's the agenda.
Yes, sir.
That's But then two, you talked about the political report card.
Yes, sir.
Those are two game changers.
Yes, sir.
Believe that they are
Yes,
two
sir.
game changers, because that shows these politicians that we're paying attention.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We're looking at what you're doing.
Yes,
We're
sir.
looking at whether or not you're addressing the issues that we're calling you to task on.
Yes, sir.
Because I promise you, those other communities are doing the same thing. They may
Oh
not
yeah,
have a
without
political
question.
they may not have a political report card, but they coming and saying, look, we need you to do this, this, and this. If they're not doing this, and this, here's going to be the repercussions with it,
Yeah,
you know, to you not doing that,
yeah, yeah.
because of the leverage that we have in wanting you to get done what you need to get done, man.
I need everybody to be involved, particularly men, and my job is to steer the ship. And here's why steering the ship becomes important.
Yeah.
I have noticed, Leroy, in talking with individual people,
Hmm.
just how easy it is for an organization to start out focused in an area,
Yep.
and then in a year or two, it has moved from its area of focus, right? And so the vote does tell your heart.
Yep.
The vote does tell your heart. And I need us as men, we're about to take the hoodies down in less than 1 minute. I need us as men to vote our interest. Please hear me, y'all. You have spent the majority of your time voting for everyone else's interest. You vote for young people's interests. You vote for women's interests. You vote for the LGBTQI plus community's interests. You vote for everybody else's interest. I'm asking you for once, my guy, to prioritize yourself.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you to prioritize yourself. Your health, your child support, you being a father, you owning a business, you making sure that they got millions of dollars going toward breast cancer, not as much going toward prostate cancer. And we just showed you statistics yesterday that Black men are sicker and die more than every other person on the planet.
Yep. And that's a powerful question, bro.
Yeah.
Because you bring that to the politicians and you say, look, this is what the numbers say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's our solution to how you can assist us in being able to knock those numbers down. And this is what you're getting when this is what you'll get with our vote.
Yes.
Because you're addressing this particular issue.
Absolutely. Hoodies down. We did it again. Listen,
yes, sir.
Let me tell y'all this.
Did I say it was Purple Friday? Did I say
it's Purple Friday? Happy birthday to Bishop Aretha Morton. She would be 86 today.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and I'm just so grateful to have had the mother that I had.
Mama Morton.
Yeah, Mama Morton. Corey Beale calls her my Dukes. My Dukes.
Okay.
Right. Listen, those of you that are watching, I need you to go to that website, www.weareremand. I need you to go to that website. And I need you to go immediately. And I need you to sign up for our email list. We're not having these conversations just to have them.
Yes, sir.
This is a movement for real, for real. I am in the process. I wish I could show you my whiteboard. I'm in the process right now of reorganizing everything. That there is a plan that we have. It's not just, getting on a podcast and talking to my boy for 90 minutes. It's about creating awareness, getting you guys to jump in the movement with us, assigning you some tasks so we can move the needle forward. Leroy is old as hell. And because he don't have a bunch of time for nonsense.
I ain't got time.
He ain't got time for nonsense. He is double nickels.
I'm the speed limit. Get it right.
The speed limit. He is double nickels. He doesn't have time to play any games. I don't have any time to play any games. We are Nodella. You understand, Nodella?
Yeah, her birthday was yesterday or today. So happy birthday, Nodella.
Happy birthday, Nodella. Is it today or was it yesterday?
I think because I saw it. I think I saw it yesterday, but yeah, but happy birthday to her. Y'all, these two great women because they Capricorns. I know what I'm saying. They got to be great folks because they Capricorns.
Capricorns, man.
Capricorns are some great. We some great people.
There's only one sign that is greater than a Capricorn. It's a Leo. And we let y'all be great until it's time for us to roar.
Until it's Leo season.
Nodella said yesterday, the big 50.
Yeah,
happy birthday, sis. Yeah. Happy belated birthday to you.
Absolutely.
Nodella, if you haven't done so, do me a favor. Go to www.weareremand and join our email list. We want to keep you abreast of everything that is taking place. Somebody is saying, yo, you just entered our house and said, yo, with your ski mask on.
Is that Crystal?
That probably ain't Crystal. We ain't seen Crystal today.
I know, I know.
Absolutely welcome, sis. Absolutely welcome. I pray that you had a phenomenal birthday. Um, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. Hey, listen to me, y'all. We got some phenomenal things coming up. If you have not gotten the Reman book, go to www.theremanbook.com. Order your copy of the book. In addition to the Reman book, we've got June the 1st coming up. June the 1st is here in Atlanta, is our Reman Gala. And you'll be able to dress up. It's a black tie affair.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Classic.
Leroy was lobbying yesterday during our meeting for all the alcohol you can drink.
No, see, no, you didn't.
All the alcohol you can drink.
as uh,
Hey, babe. Lala said I'm late to the party. Yes, ma'am. We're about to
as
log
Justin
off.
as
But
as Justin Timberlake says, I'm gonna put on my suit and tie.
I'm,
I go get my suit and tie.
oh my God, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be
Yeah, yeah, it's
phenomenal.
gonna be phenomenal. Yeah.
We're gonna feature local artists,
I
national.
can't wait to see that, man.
Oh, bruh, it's gonna
That's
be
I
beautiful.
love art. I
Absolutely
love
beautiful.
art pieces, man.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
when I
yeah,
get coins like you got, then I want to have me a couple of major pieces, bro.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's
so,
gonna be phenomenal. David, who are you? Who sent you? Who
don't
are
make us
you?
go pinky up in here. Who sent you?
Who sent you? Right. Lala said, "Happy heavenly birthday to my mom in love." Yeah, babe. Having a day. Um, so I may need to go to the buffet today. Uh,
Mm,
and just eat my troubles away.
yeah,
David Ray, what's up, man? Listen, we don't know because it says Facebook user.
yeah, yeah.
So when it says Facebook user, we don't know. We don't know who you are. We don't. We
Is
have.
it a question that pops up for them because it says to allow
It
Facebook?
does. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So, but people want to do whatever they want to do. They want to come over the house, go in the refrigerator with a ski mask, and act like we supposed to celebrate. We don't know you. We don't. We don't know you.
they walking around your house with their shoes on, bro. They walking around the house with their shoes on.
Yes, yes. Lala said happy birthday to Nadella. Nadella said thank you, sis. Listen, we are family here.
That's right. That's right.
We are an absolute family, and I really thank God for my wife. It's hard to put up with me during these times because I'm in so much pain during these special moments, right? I did go back and get an opportunity to visit my mom's grave, and so I'm more okay than I used to be. But yeah, I woke up today like that girl ain't here. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and so, but I just live every day to make her proud. That's all I can do at this stage. Yeah, yeah, we off the chain though, Dylan. This is yeah, we want to know who people is. Like you come in the house, you know, cut a hole in our screen and the screen door. You come in with a ski mask on, and then be like, hey, this is David. Like David who? King David? David who? Right?
Yeah.
David Ray, that's my little brother. My sister Janesta's son, and he said David Ray, big head. Yeah, right. So welcome to the Grown Man Podcast, Black Man. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Listen, get your tickets. It looks like we have settled on a ticket cost. Um, we have a ticket cost, and then we have a VIP ticket cost.
Yeah.
And you guys be able to come on June 1st, enjoy yourself, drink until the power of the Lord come down. Drink, just drink. Like that's how Leroy has set it up. Leroy got some pull. Leroy has set it up. He said,
No,
Doc, were they able to drink? Can they drink? Can't they drink?
don't even believe that, y'all.
And I said, Leroy, if you would like them to, I want them to be able to drink. Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Then
Bro, how you gonna put my business out there? You just put me all out there right about there. You what was the name from the 500 Say, what, I'm an alcoholic now?
Yeah,
Eddie
y'all want
Kane.
me to be an alcoholic? Lips all crusty and white. I'm an alcoholic now. Y'all know what? Yeah. So it's gonna be a phenomenal time. See us on June the 1st. Listen, because you guys are going to be, many of you will be coming from out of town. Get your ticket now and get your flights now while you can get them at a low cost. Don't wait until the day before. Say, man, tickets high. That's what black people do. Black people wait till the last minute and then complain that everybody's high. Listen, get your ticket now. We'll let you know about the hotel information, so on and so forth. We'll let you know about all of that. And for those brothers that are watching, this is my final one before we sign off of here. For those brothers that are watching, guess what? We got a 5-day challenge coming up starting on this coming Monday. We got a 5-day challenge that will last from Monday through Friday. Details, yes, ma'am. We'll get them right to you. I know you got to be in the house, Nadella. I know you got to be in the house June the 1st here in Atlanta. And we are working out exactly the location that it's going to be in, because we didn't like the way we was being treated with one particular location. And so Leroy said, I'm putting Leroy on blast. The hell with them. We going with somebody else. This is the way that he speaks in meetings. He doesn't speak this way out here, right? Out here, because he's
They
Christian.
know good well I ain't speaking like that. They know good well. I mean, why you even going on there and put that lie? Let me get off this podcast before I get struck by lightning. Just cause I'm next to you and whatnot.
So we have the Pinnacle Pursuit 5-day challenge, and it's coming up. You'll see the actual artwork on my page. If you're a brother inside the Remand community, you'll see it. Got a lot of great stuff coming up. Listen, join the movement. Join the movement. Black men are finally standing up to be counted. I'm proud of our brothers doing the work. And if you are a single sister, there is no greater place to shop. There's no greater place to shop than the Remand community. And if you're a single sister, the second in charge, the second in command is available.
Don't do it, bro.
I love and respect y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Later.